Hello friends, once again I welcome you all to Doubt Forum. This question is, a moving block having mass m collides with another stationary block having mass 4m. The lighter block comes to rest after collision. When the initial velocity of the lighter block is v, then the value of coefficient of restitution E will be. So here in this question, a lighter block, suppose this is a lighter block and there is a heavier block. These two blocks are given. The mass of the lighter block is m and the velocity with which this smaller block was moving before collision is v. The mass of this bigger block is 4m, that is the 4 times the smaller mass. Initially this block is stationary and it is not moving. Now what happens, this smaller block collides with the bigger one and this smaller block comes to rest. However, this bigger block has got some velocity after the collision. So before collision, this smaller block is having the velocity v and this larger block having the velocity 0. But after collision, what is happening? If I write it here, after collision, this is for the after collision. After collision, this smaller block comes to rest. It means the velocity of a smaller block is becoming 0 after the collision. But suppose this larger block has got some velocity after the collision and we are assuming that the velocity after the collision of the bigger block is x. We are assuming, it is not given to us. Now we are asked to find the value of coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution. So the coefficient of restitution, which is denoted by letter small e, it is the ratio of the final to initial relative velocities. So before collision and after collision, we have to find out the relative velocities and then we have to take the ratio of that. So the coefficient of restitution is given by the relative velocities after collision. First we will take the after collision divided by relative velocity before collision. So this is the formula for coefficient of restitution. The value of this coefficient of restitution ranges from 0 to 1. We can guess that in what case the value of this will be 0 and at what case the value of this coefficient would be 1. If the collision is perfectly elastic, it means that no kinetic energy is being dissipating, no deformation is taking place and the collision is completely elastic. When the collision is perfectly elastic in nature, then the coefficient of restitution would be 1. And on the other hand, if the collision is perfectly plastic in nature, in that case only the value of coefficient of restitution would be 0. So generally the value of coefficient of restitution will lie between 0 to 1. So now if we want to find out the coefficient of restitution E, we have to find out the relative velocities after the collision. After collision, the smaller block is at rest, so smaller block has the velocity 0 and the larger block has gained a velocity x. It means the relative velocity after the collision would be x minus 0 or this will give us x. So this is the relative velocity after the collision, x minus 0 divided by the relative velocities before collision. Before collision, this smaller block was moving with velocity v and this larger block was at rest. So the relative velocity between these two blocks would be v minus 0, that is v. We have to take the relative motion. So here the coefficient of restitution would be x upon v. So we have to find out this ratio. So how can we find out? In most of our cases, when the collision is taking place, we generally apply two laws. The first one is law of conservation of mechanical energy. And the second one is law of conservation of momentum. Now here, in this question, it is not given that whether the collision is perfectly elastic or perfectly plastic. So we cannot assume it ourselves. So we cannot solve this problem assuming that the collision is perfectly elastic in nature. When the collision is not perfectly elastic, it means there is a loss in kinetic energy. while the momentum of the system is conserved. The momentum of the kinetic system is always conserved as long as the system is in an isolation. So the law of conservation of mechanical energy cannot be applied in this case because the collision is not perfectly elastic in nature. It means some kinetic energy will be wasting somewhere, and we don't know where. It might be transferred to something else like thermal energy, sound energy, or material deformation. We don't know where, but we cannot apply the law of conservation of energy because the collision is not perfectly elastic. So the only theorem or the only principle which we can apply to solve this problem is the law of conservation of momentum, because the law of conservation of momentum is always valid as long as the system is in isolation. System in isolation means that if these two objects are there, so they must not interact with the third one. So before collision, these two are interacting with each other, and after collision, they are not interacting with any third object. As long as this condition is fulfilling, we can apply the law of conservation of momentum. So the law of conservation of momentum says that momentum before collision would be equal to the momentum after collision. The momentum is given by mass time velocity. So we have to find out the momentum before this collision take place, and we will equate that momentum with the value of momentum after the collision. So let's find out before collision what is happening. So before collision, momentum of this smaller object would be m mass time velocity. Mass is small m into velocity is v, plus momentum of this bigger block before collision would be mass is 4m into velocity is 0 because the object is stationary. So this would be 0. This initial momentum would be equal to the momentum after the collision. So after collision, this smaller block comes to rest, and it means its velocity is 0. So the momentum of this smaller block after the collision would be mass into velocity. Velocity is 0, plus the momentum of the bigger block after collision would be mass time velocity. Mass is 4m into velocity. We have assumed that the velocity of this bigger block after collision is x. So this is equals to x. Now we can take the m common and it will cancel out. This term will be 0. This term will also be 0. This m and this m will get cancelled. So from here, v will be equal to 4 times of x. We have to find out the x upon v in order to find the coefficient of restitution. So what we can do, we can simply take the x upon y from this equation. So from this equation, x upon v, v will be equal to 1 upon 4. And this is what we are asked to find. So this is 1 upon 4. Or we can write it as 0.25. So 0.25 is the coefficient of restitution, and we can see that this value is in between 0 to 1. So this is the range of coefficient of restitution. For perfectly elastic, it would be 1, and for perfectly plastic collision, the value of coefficient of restitution would be 0. We cannot apply the law of conservation of mechanical energy because the collision is not perfectly elastic in nature. So definitely the loss of kinetic energy would have taken place. So the only thing which we can apply to solve this problem is law of conservation of momentum. That is what we have applied. The momentum before collision would be equal to the momentum after the collision. So we have equated that. From here, we have find out the value of x upon y, and that is what we are asked to find. So from here, 1 upon 4 is 0.25. So this is how we can solve. So thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, please let us know in the comment section, and we will definitely try to resolve that. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.